अस्सलाम वालेकुम। What is communication? हम communication को लेते हैं. Communication is the process of sharing ideas, thoughts, feeling or information from one person to another person. Effective communication is essential in education, workplaces and daily life. Communication can take different forms depending on how the message is delivered. Today, we will differentiate between verbal and non-verbal and written communication using clear and critical example. For verbal communication, it is an exchange of information using spoken words. It involves speaking and listening. Example of verbal communication includes a teacher explaining a lesson in a class, a student answering a question orally, a conversation between two people, whereas verbal communication is effective when the speaker speaks clearly, the message is organized, the listener understands the meaning. However, verbal communication can fail if the speaker uses unclear language, the listener is distracted, or the message is misunderstood. If a teacher gives oral instruction quickly and students do not listen carefully, the task may be done incorrectly. This shows that verbal communication depends strongly on attention and clarity. When we talk about non-verbal communication, it is a communication without words. It includes body language, facial expression, gestures, eye contact, posture, and a tone of voice. Examples of non-verbal communication include nodding to show agreement, shaking the head to show disagreement, smiling to express friendliness, crossing arms to show discomfort or defensiveness. Non-verbal signs often support verbal communication, but sometimes they can contradict spoken words. If a student say, I understand, but the looks is confused and he is avoiding eye contact, the non-verbal communication shows that student may not actually understand. This shows that non-verbal communication can reveal the true feelings or attitude. Written communication involves conveying message through a written words. It includes letters, emails, report, notices, applications, and text messages. Example of written communication include writing an exam answer, sending an email, preparing a report or application. In written communication, it is effective when the language is clear, grammar and spelling are correct, ideas are organized logically. Unlike verbal communication, written communication provides a permanent record. If instructions for an exams are written clearly, all students receive the same message. However, if instructions are poorly written, students may understand it differently. So it leads to misunderstanding, leading to a lot of mistakes. This shows that written communication requires accuracy and clarity. Let us now clearly differentiate between three types of communication. Verbal communication, which uses spoken words and depend on listening. Non-verbal communication uses body language and expressions, whereas written communication uses written text and provides a permanent record. Each type has its own advantages and limitations, and effective communication often involves more than one type at the same time. In a classroom, a teacher may speak to explain a topic verbally, use gestures and expression to emphasize point, which is non-verbal, and write keywords on the board, which is a written form. All these forms work together to make communication effective. We have learned that communication can be verbal, non-verbal, or written. Each type plays a different role in sharing information. Understanding the difference helps us to communicate more effectively in studies, work, and daily life.